Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome back to A Better World with Adrienne. I am so excited to be here with you today, and there have been a lot of new people joining this network. And if you are new here, welcome. If you have been here for a long time, welcome back. And the beautiful thing about this crazy thing we do called life and building a better world, a world we're proud of, is that every single moment is a chance to begin again. You are never obligated to be who you were even 5 minutes ago. So, whether you are brand new to this space or you've been listening every week for years, I'm bringing forward this fresh perspective, this spring energy of forward movement and change, and truly just the deep knowing in your bones that everything can change in literally one instant based on your decision. Based on your decision that it gets to change and it doesn't need to take a long time because time isn't even real. So that's the opening of today's episode. I am so excited to sink my teeth into a juicy topic with you because there is so much energy hitting the world, hitting the planet. It's hitting all of us, right? It's hitting our bodies, our brains, our auras, our energies, our spirit, our soul. And today, I really want to speak and teach on the energetics and truly the spiritual warfare that is going on. And a lot of it is we're having things play out on the global stage, right? And it's all a reflection of what's going on in collective consciousness. It's all a mirror for what's going on in humanity that we each must go toe to toe with within ourselves. And if you're here to build a better world, if you are here to steward New Earth. What is New Earth? It's literally creating heaven on earth. It is reharmonizing our planet to love, abundance, bliss, joy, freedom for all people, prosperity, like living in true harmony with the earth. It is the reharmonization of life and humanity on our planet. And New Earth Elite is this movement. It is the fleet of souls who are doing it. It's me, it's you. If you are listening to this, you are probably part of a unique soul pad that is here to build and birth new realities on our planet. And what I do, if you join my world, become my client, is you join the training room where you learn the skill sets, where you master, you become an athlete, a spiritual endurance athlete for your vision for a better world, for New Earth. And so today I really want to speak on the podcast about just what's going on with dark forces and what it means for you in your mission, in your destiny, in your healing, your knowledge, your skill, this moment in time, in really sharing, okay, how do we win this game that's going on? And the return of the Jedi, okay? Said another way, New Earth Elite is Return of the Jedi. New Earth Elite is Return of the Jedi. So that is what I am sharing and teaching on in today's episode. I'm so excited. If you know you want to work with me, if you know you want to join this movement and go deep into everything we do together, astrology, breath work, high performance, just everything, getting you firing on all cylinders in your soul mission, there's two ways that you can do so with me right now. I'm booking clients into one-on-one Lux. This is a bespoke concierge one-on-one mentorship space for you, designed for you. And I'm also booking spaces for the Greece Atlantis New Earth Activation Retreat. It's happening in June on the islands, June 16th through the 21st. Okay. I'm just going to say it right here, right now about Greece. Okay. There's a lot of chaos in the world right now. Greece is your opportunity to unplug from chaos and plug into truth on sacred land in a soul cohort. Like, this whole episode is really going to teach you the energetics of the basics of the energetics that's going on, how to transcend, how to win the game, which is what we do in my one-on-one spaces and what we're going to be doing in Greece. Greece is an immersive, once in a lifetime unicorn experience aligned with the solstice. One-on-one Lux is very geared toward you. You can combine both. If you know you want to work with me, now is the time. Right now is the right time. Like, all of the astrology is all systems a go forward. So the link to apply for both of those is in the show notes. So if you know this is you, just pause the episode right here, go apply, then come back and listen to the episode. Okay, before we get into today's topic, let us call upon the altar. The altar is an ancient code, okay? I am the top Oracle advisor for visionaries in 100xing your soul mission from the ancient codes. Okay, the ancient codes are the ceremonies, the rituals, just the coming back to the home of what it means to live a life as a divine being on divine assignment. Okay, altars are something that we set to set the stage for spirit, God source energy, creator, the cosmos, the universe, whatever you want to call the force, to work through this space. And so I set an altar for every single podcast. On the altar today is a beautiful orchid. It is white and purple. Flower medicine is really important for you, me, all of us to stay connected to our home planet, Mother Earth. Okay. So that energy, it's very connected to the entire codex of color. Purple is the color of royalty, which is activating your divinity even deeper. And also on the altar today, very specifically, I have a statue of Ganesha. I have chanted to Ganesha every single morning before I meditate for I think 10 years now. And this particular Ganesh, if you're watching this episode on YouTube, you can see this is my inner child Ganesh. It's has diamonds and orange and gold painting on top of the gemstone that this statue, I guess you would say, is created from. I got this at the Yogananda Temple in San Diego. And it's about Ganesha is all about the remover of removing obstacles, right? And whether you believe in, Ganesha, you don't need to believe in Ganesha to believe and know in the energy of like the force that when you are in deep alignment with the force, your obstacles are removed. You are protected, right? Or you are given here's the thing, we never pray for our obstacles to be removed. We pray to become the person who scales those obstacles like a boss because the obstacle is designed to sharpen you into the person you came here to be. Okay. And so my inner child Ganesh is like, we get to dance through obstacles. Inner child is a joy, play, delight. It's remembering that this is a game. And then Ganesha, when you call upon Ganesha, he helps you remove those obstacles. He helps clear your path for you to activate your soul destiny. And it really is very aligned with the energy of the Red Sea being parted, right? And, literally just walking into the sea. Like, God didn't part the Red Sea and then people started walking. It's like, no, people walked in with certainty beyond logic. And then at the last second, before they were about to not be able to breathe, God parted the Red Sea, right? You go first. So that is the energy of this episode. And I'm just like calling in all healed ancestors, angels, guides, energies of protection for this episode, especially because we are going to be talking about dark forces. And so may this be a clean, clear channel for a purpose greater than me. And you listening right now, I want you to decide that this episode will change your life, that there will be a golden nugget in here that you take and run with, right? And just decide, right? Let's take 2 deep breaths together to connect our energy. So, no matter what you're doing, if you're at the gym, if you're driving, if you're walking, if you are sitting looking out the window at a beautiful scene, I'm looking out the window and it's like so many different textures of spring. Spring in North America, like so powerful. So, close your eyes if it feels correct and inhale through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. And you might even shake off your arms. Let everything from the day up till now go. Inhale through your nose. Hold it at the top. Feel the divine white light cover your whole entire body. And exhale out the mouth. Make an audible sound. And one more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Gently blink open your eyes if you closed them, and the portal is open. The transmission has started. Dark Forces 101. Dark Forces 101. I've been wanting to record this podcast for a while, and it's been one of those things that's just been like rolling around in my field. And I'm like, I'm going to know when it's the right time to record this. And I actually was dancing last night before I recorded this podcast, and I was just dancing. And dancing is a way that I just connect to my body. I allow energy to access me, and I allow creator to move through me. I get ideas. I enter trance state, which is very important for my shamanism. Um, like that state that people, this is not going to be relatable because this is like very specific to to if you're a shaman, but um the feeling after a really, really deep, if you've never done breathwork journey with me, you got to get in that room. It's life changing. That feeling at the end of a breathwork journey or with ayahuasca, like I can access that any time of any day if I want through my spiritual gifts. And that came from training and all of that stuff. But, anyways, I'm able to access those altered states of consciousness to receive downloads from Creator when I dance. And I was just dancing and it just came through my crown chakra, like Dark Forces 101, Return of the Jedi. And I'm like, okay, let's go. So I just want to start this with, this is not about bypassing. This is not about getting in the muck of like any of the distractions of the physical world right now. I'm not going to get into global events. I'm not going to get into politics. I'm not like none of that is relevant for this conversation. This conversation is to equip you with the mindset and the knowledge of what's going on and key needle moving things that you must do to self-actualize, to live your mission, to transcend the chaos that's being exposed right now, and to win unconditionally. And what does winning mean? It means we build new earth. It means we create heaven on earth. It means we tip the scales to, there's so much light being revealed on our planet that darkness just ceases. It's that is the whole point, right? Building a world we're proud of. So, reminder, this is all a game. This is a game, and we just up leveled in the video game. So remember, everything is a simulation. Everything is an illusion, right? We don't even see 1% of reality through our eyes. Okay? You've got to stop believing your eyes and start believing your knowing. Okay? Trusting the unseen way more than the seen. So, to set the context, I'm recording this in 2026. The game just up leveled. These are the spiritual Olympics. Okay, and what do Olympic athletes do? They train. They live differently than anyone else. They eat differently. They talk differently. They live their days differently. They exercise differently. They do everything at an elite level. What does elite mean? It means higher, better than 1% of the 1%, right? And in New Earth Elite, we do this 4 quadrants: healthy, wealthy, happy, and free. Trifecta of transformation, healing, knowledge, and skill. So I want to set that context before I teach on dark forces because you've got to stay in command. Your ability to stay in command of your mind in this time is the difference between spiraling up into greatness and self actualization or spiraling down into chaos, mediocrity, and what the masses will do, right? 9 times out of 10, do the opposite of what the masses are doing, and you'll automatically be way ahead. So, dark forces, what are they? What the question is, what I want you to understand about dark in this episode is not like to be scared about, oh, dark forces, there's dark forces. It's like, no, understanding the energetic ecosystem is how you're going to slay. It's how you're going to win. It's how you're going to be that Jedi, right? It's how the Jedi will return. If you don't understand that the Force is used for both good and bad, the light and the dark, then you won't be able to build your vision. You won't be able to be here for New Earth. You'll never self-actualize. The world will miss out on the gifts and what only you can create. It's really important. So it's not about fear, it's about the mechanics of energy that's going on right now. It's also not about guilt or shame or blame. Like I said, we're transcending politics. We're transcending all of this like chaos and we're floating above to raise our consciousness, not to bypass, to win. So, okay, there are dark forces. There's an unseen energetic warfare that's happening right now, and what we're seeing is a mirror of collective consciousness. And what is happening, first of all, there really is no dark and light. There are entities that are activating our free will choice to choose between instant gratification and long-term blessing. Anytime you choose instant gratification, fear, lack, scarcity, you are giving your life force, your energy, your light to the negative side. And negative energy takes that and uses it as fuel to create momentum in darkness on our planet. Okay. And when you choose love, abundance, peace, bliss, power in that same choice point, every single day, all day, you're in a choice point. Am I aligned with the light of the creator? Am I aligned with love? Am I aligned with spirit? Am I aligned with God source energy? Or am I aligned with dark forces, instant gratification, fear? At any time you feel, most times, if you feel frantic and bad, you are clicked in to dark forces. You're in a test, okay? And tests happen because we must use our free will to choose the light. That's part of how this video game works. That's how human Earth school works. And if you are here for New Earth Elite, if you are here for the return of the Jedi, then you've got to win this moment. It's not about perfection. It's about excellence. It's about awareness. It's about mastery. And it's about being able to shift from conscious incompetence. That's when you are aware that you're not good at something, right? And this is beyond worthiness. This is beyond the worthy conversation, right? All of us are worthy as pieces of God source energy. Okay, after that, what are you going to do with all that worthiness, right? Being worthy is not a skill set. Right now we're talking about skill sets, okay? Um you go from conscious incompetence to unconscious competence. That's when mastering these micro moments becomes automatic. You don't even think about it. That's why holy habits, my history as a classical musician, and all of this high performance is really important because where we're at in New Earth and with dark forces advancing at a rapid clip, your ability to stay in your artistry and create and manifest in this high pressure situation is the definition of high performance. You are a spiritual endurance athlete for New Earth. And so what's happening is there's energetic warfare and the negative side or dark forces, their one job is to inject doubt and fear into you. Because dark forces actually don't have any energy. They don't run on energy. They run on other people's light. They run on other people's energy because literally fear isn't even real. And I'm not talking about people. I'm not talking about, countries or presidents or any of that. I'm just talking about the energies, right? Because here's just one example, and this is something that I believe in every fiber of my being, and people will say what they're going to say. Someone like Donald Trump, who, like most conversations they're not valid. They don't even matter. That the conversations that most people have about politics or whatever global events, they just showcase the fact that you're not playing the game of what we're talking about right now, right? It's the distraction of the matrix um, that keeps people in victim consciousness, right? Donald Trump, I know with every fiber of my being, is an extremely advanced soul that volunteered to play the villain right here, right now on planet Earth to awake humanity. Because what do we know? Most times when true change happens, it comes through pain. And there's a lot of pain in the collective right now. And it's not like I'm going to go up to someone who's living in a war zone and be like, and tell them, "Oh, your experience isn't real." No, that's not love, you know? And it's bypassing a very real lived experience. However, the energies overall right now are we've got to understand how dark forces work. Okay, they latch on to light. So there are dark forces latched on to people. There are dark forces like because they're extracting the life force and they're using that force to advance the agenda of separation, of lack. And so the one job of dark forces is to keep you from manifesting. This, by the way, dark force, it shows up as self-doubt. It shows up as hesitation. Like people, a lot of people think it's this big dramatic thing. It's like, no, it's that quiet voice in your head that you decide you're going to go for your big dream and then it tells you to water it down. It convinces you not to do it. You get scared. Like all of this is dark forces. The one job of dark forces on the negative side is to prevent you from living your purpose, manifesting, and creating. So it's really, really important to understand how incredibly powerful it is to have your mindset and your energetic hygiene and your decisions just completely dialed in. Do not allow things to access you that are going to let dark forces come and hijack your brain, hijack your nervous system. The reason why you feel bad when you scroll is because you have been hijacked by dark forces through your nervous system, which your nervous system controls 95% of your decisions all day, every day. A lot of people think like, oh, it's dark forces are these big like wars around the world. It's like, no, this is energetic like battle we're in each day. And it's not about like being at war with yourself and it's not about like in being in this like fighting energy. It is about being aware of the game and how the game works so you can identify, because at every single level, you're going to be hit with dark force. And you're going to be in a choice point of your free will, and you will be tempted, just like Luke Skywalker was tempted. Said, "Oh, come to the dark side. It's so great over here." The dark side isn't going to show up like Darth Vader. I mean, it might as we move forward into the age of Aquarius. However, the dark side mostly shows up as things like, "Oh, you just decided you're going to call in your soulmate? What about this really hot, wealthy man who treats you really well 50% of the time and then treats you like shit and ghosts you the other 50%?" Then the dark forces are bringing him to you. Are you going to go on that date, or are you going to hold the line for the light? That's what I mean. So this transcends all human constructs. This is not about the physical world. Will it appear in the physical world? Yes, it's about energy. And it's about, you're either all in or all out. Two paths, one choice. I have a whole episode on that. There are just, I could go really, I could go a lot deeper into this, but I really just felt for the podcast, if you're my client, I'll go a lot deeper in this and we'll talk about how it's playing out in your life and all of this stuff. For the purpose of the podcast, this is just the foundational layer of like Dark Forces 101, like how it works. They siphon energy, real light. And when I say they, I'm just talking about dark forces. I'm not talking about people. I'm not talking about countries. I'm not talking about us versus them. You know, it's the negative side versus, are we going to use the force for the light? Because it's all the force. The force is the force of creation. It is the light. You know, dark forces, they receive the light. It's instant gratification, and it's a spark of light, and then it goes away into darkness. This is addiction. This is when you eat that food that you know hurts your body and it tastes good for 30 seconds and then you feel like shit the rest of the day. That's dark forces that you chose, right? So dark forces will try to access you through doubt, limits, separation, lack, fear, scarcity, us versus them, the systems of the matrix, the healthcare system, aka the sick system. Profits off keeping you sick, right? So this is just a baseline. Dark forces are accelerating at a rapid clip, right? And the thing is, so is the light. It's accelerating at a rapid clip. What I see and have seen, and the only way we're going to build a world we're proud of, build new earth, build a better world, is if the light organizes and wields power as effectively as dark forces, right? So the excess of darkness on our planet right now, the exposure of darkness is because there's an excess of light coming into the planet for you, me, all of us on this soul mission to birth new realities with and to expose on this planet, right? It's like if you stare at the sun for too long, your vision goes out, everything's black, right? Why? Because there's an excess of light. It's not an absence of light, it's an excess of light. So you will be tested. You will have this free will choice point of dark forces are working overtime, babe, especially as you get to new levels. I just had a test earlier today, and I was going to record this podcast sooner than I actually did. And why did it get delayed? Because I had a test. And I was like, oh, wow, I must be about to do something really amazing that is going to reveal a lot of light, because otherwise I wouldn't be tested, right? So this is what I mean. It's a game, right? I realized like I started getting really frustrated for like 5 minutes, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a test right now. It's so obvious. And then I started laughing, and I was like, yeah, not today. Not today. And then I just like chose the light, and I just laughed, and I sat on a call with customer service for 30 minutes, and I was like, I'm obsessed with this. This is the best. I love this. What a pleasure this is that I get the opportunity to choose the light when dark forces try to access me. Nope, right? So if you are not able to do this kind of like energetic Jedi shit behind the scenes, there's no way you're going to do it in a leadership role. So, how to win? How do you win with dark forces? Remember, winning means we build new earth. You build your vision, you self actualize, you achieve your soul potential in this lifetime. By the way, we're not waiting till next life. No, we're doing it in this lifetime. This is fated. Our souls decided to come to earth at this time. We've been training for this for lifetimes. So many souls, by the way, wanted to come because it's such an important time. And you and I, we all got to come together right here, right now. Don't squander the moment. So, how do you win with all of these dark forces? Like, I mean, there's the news, there's all of these systems, things are shattering, people are in fear. The collective nervous system of the masses is being leveraged so that people go into mania, people go into fear, people go into panic. People are talking about, oh my God, the economy, and oh my God, war, and oh my God, flights, and oh my God, the prices, and oh my gosh, and oh my gosh. And people are in chaos. You must be the peace in the storm. If you are listening to this podcast, you are here to lead. Otherwise, you would not be receiving this message. I pray that these words only reach the people they are meant to reach. And if they're reaching you, it's because these are for you. You are here to be the peace in the storm. The question is, have you mastered the skill set to be that? That's what we do here in New Earth Elite. You've got to protect your brain, your certainty, your blessings, your energy. Do not expose your blessings. Do not share your ideas before they are manifest. Think about ideas as a brand new baby. 99.9% of people will not be able to handle the ideas, the innovation, the what God has placed. God, and when I say God, it's whatever word you use for the force, source, creator. What creator has placed on your heart, most people won't understand. Do not share it because their doubt, it could even be people of your people in your family. This is why people say you are the sum total of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Because if they are doubters, you will be a doubter. And then you won't achieve your destiny. Because you have exposed the vulnerable, sacred, divine seed of your destiny to someone infiltrated with dark forces. People who are always doubt themselves are infiltrated with dark forces. And the thing is, if you're listening to this and you're like, I always doubt myself, you will doubt yourself on the spiritual path. It's like, are you riddled in that every single day, all day? It's not about, oh, never having doubt. It's like when doubt shows up, doubt bows down to you. And you see doubt, you're like, oh yeah, this is my edge. I am on the edge of greatness. I am doing something new. I am doing something bold. I am doing something edgy, right? This is about being in command of the energy, right? So you've got to master the game through skill sets. I'm not going to teach all this. I cannot teach you skill sets on a podcast. This is why you hire me. This is why you work with me. We go deep into the physical. We go deep into the spiritual. We go deep into the emotional, the alchemical, the nervous system, okay? You've got to master the game through skill sets, right? Michael Jordan did not just show up to the game. He shot free throws every day of his goddamn life leading up to that point. He was in the weight room. He had the most elite coaches, right? He had an ironclad mindset. He still does. Like, if you want to learn about the frequency of what is required for us for New Earth, watch The Last Dance, Michael Jordan documentary. I'm obsessed with it. I used to hoop all growing up. I played intramural in college. I played, I still play from time to time. It's so fun. You don't just have a 3-point. You don't just have a dunk. You go again and again and again and again. Quiet reps when no one's watching and you're not talking about it. You're not talking about, oh, I practice in the gym so much. Oh, I do this so much. You're just doing it. You are just doing it and you are the silent sleeper in the corner. And then boom, when the game starts, you slay. And it's about do not know enough to be dangerous. That is the most problematic quote. Knowing enough to be dangerous. I don't want to be dangerous. I want to be lethal. I want to execute. And this is not about killing, obviously, but what does it mean to execute? Execute an idea. You do it to completion. How many things in your life have you started and never finished it? Why is that? You allow dark forces to enter your life, your brain, your soul, your psyche. And so this is like radical responsibility. And this is, we start with healing, right? In this space. Your body is your most important tool. It controls 95% of your decisions. That's why digital detox is not a nice to have. It's a fundamental need, I believe, for all humans. It's the ground floor bare minimum if you're going to lead. If you don't have a digital detox lifestyle, I guarantee you are hijacked by dark forces. I guarantee. If you're watching mainstream media, you are hijacked by dark forces. If you believe everything a doctor tells you, you are hijacked by dark forces. Like complete sovereignty. It's not about rejecting science. It's not about just rejecting things to reject them. It is about acknowledging the illusion that we've been living in and the fact that if we're going to build another world, you've got to unplug from the matrix, like for real. A lot of people, if you've seen the matrix, there's, red pill, blue pill. Are you going to pretend that these things aren't real, or are you going to, a lot of people said, oh, yeah, I chose red pill, but you're, popping blue behind the scenes. You're still like doing all the things plugged into the structures that are designed to oppress you when you're meant to be completely unplugged and building a new reality in your soul mission. All right. Why do you stay plugged into the thing designed to oppress you? Dark forces, fear, lack, scarcity. Where have you not done something that you feel called to do because of money? Money's a big one, right? That's why, you know, wealth, it's the second quadrant of New Earth Elite. We're here to pour from overflow. We're here to be insanely wealthy, right? So you've got to have major discernment who you surround yourself with and realize that we are in an energetic game right now. Like if every kind of game that you play, whether it's a board game or a video game, there's an opponent, there are obstacles, and dark forces are the opponent, right? And so the opponent is going to try and take you off your game every single day, all day, especially if you have a lot of light to reveal on the planet. You've got to become a Jedi. And so, Return of the Jedi is, what are the Jedi? They are in Star Wars, which, by the way, what people don't realize, Star Wars, Hunger Games, Harry Potter, I'm trying to think of other movies, Lord of the Rings. These are all prophecies that were channeled, that all of us, by watching them and spending our money and like loving them and being fans, we subconsciously signed off on this in our timeline. Real life Star Wars is happening, and the Jedi are those who use the Force for love, those who use the Force for light. It is a better world. It is new earth. It is bringing heaven on earth codes. It is the ancient codes coming back. It is the ancient code renaissance that we are responsible for, okay? You are here to be a Jedi. It's the return of the Jedi right now. That's what New Earth Elite is. It is the return of the Jedi unapologetically in the training room. Okay, Luke Skywalker did not just immediately have the skill set. He studied with Yoda every single day, all day. He looked at Yoda in the face and he's like, I won't be scared. And Yoda's like, you're not scared now. You will be though. Yoda is a G, right? Do or do not, there is no try. And so it really is this, and this is why I just full transparency, in the past year, I have changed more than I ever thought possible, quicker than I ever thought possible, because I'm just like so relentlessly surrendered to my soul mission. Like, that's literally the only thing I care about in this life is my soul mission. And my soul mission obviously includes my soulmate, my company, all my clients that I get to serve, my family, all of these things, adventure, joy. It's not all about business and work. However, like when you're living your soul purpose, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like art and it gives you energy, right? That's another thing of dark forces. Where have you decided that working a job that sucks your soul is okay? That's not normal. That shit's crazy. That's not New Earth, right? So the Return of the Jedi is about you acknowledging what's happening on our planet, your role in it, and the unfuckwithable follow through to become the person that can be that Jedi unconditionally, unconditionally, unconditionally. A lot of people have conditions on when they show up for their mission. Do you only show up when there's not war? Do you only show up when there's a quote unquote good economy? Do you only show up when everybody around you understands you or claps for you and has the applause? I went through a major client clearing this year where literally I just outgrew literally everything in my life at once and started calling in just a higher frequency because New Earth Elite was the mission the whole time. The 1% of the 1%. You are anointed. You are chosen. You have been chosen by Creator. Protect your vision. Only surround yourself with people who can hold your vision. I was on a call the other day and it was with new people, people that it was the first time I've ever been exposed to these people. And I was like, oh, well, I have some ideas I'm not ready to share. And some people on the call made a joke oh, you should share, kind of, not kind of, they did. And you know, if I was easily influenced, I would have shared my ideas in a space that wasn't worthy to receive them. They hadn't earned the right to receive that level of intimacy. By the way, there are things I don't share with literally anyone right now because they're in their infancy of creation. You have got to protect the asset, your ideas, your energy, your brain, your soul, your body. If you are eating poisonous foods all day, you are not a Jedi. Olympians, their nutrition is on point. Like so dialed. That's what you've got to do. So it's not about fighting, it's about transcending because there's a prophecy you are here to make come true. That's really what's going on right now on planet Earth. That's what New Earth is. And what we've got to do, it's the MLK quote, those who love peace must learn to organize just as those who love war. Remember in Harry Potter, where he started Dumbledore's army, where everybody was practicing spells and skill sets and getting really good at like, how do you fight? Like how do you defend the light when dark forces come and attack, right? How does the light prevail? You've got to have these skill sets, right? Return of the Jedi, and it's all about transcending chaos, choosing the light, choosing long term blessing every single day, all day, and having the skill set and the network to back it up and make it real again and again and again from the ancient codes. This is what we do in this work together. And then when each of us do this, we tip the scales to a world where we are permanently deleting darkness. Heaven on earth is literally possible. So, this is today's episode. I'm so glad I shared it with you. Thank you so much for listening. Would love to hear what stuck out to you. Share this with someone else on this frequency, someone you know could really use this message. And if you feel the call, if you know you're here to be part of the Jedi, if you are this successful visionary, maverick leader, founder, committed to 100xing your soul mission from the ancient codes, New Earth Elite is for you. I specialize in high net worth founders. Go to the link in the show notes and apply for either one-on-one Lux or the Greece Atlantis activation retreat happening in June on the islands. Either option is going to be absolutely incredible. One-on-one is obviously catered for you. Greece Atlantis is 6 days of alchemical healing, knowledge, skill, adventure, shamanic transmissions, breathwork, astrology. My private Holy Habits chef is coming to the villa. We'll be staying at the villa, cooking for us because doing all of this work, we've got to be nourished from the ancient codes. Most, the way most people eat is poisoning themselves. It's a huge part of the health quadrant of New Earth Elite. So if you feel called to come to Greece, if you feel called to one-on-one Lux mentorship, apply through the link in the show notes. I literally cannot wait to welcome you into this experience. And there's going to be one other goodie in the show notes, so go check that out if you want. If you want to receive it, it's an amazing time to be alive. It's an exciting time to be alive. There's never been more opportunity to expand, to grow, to serve, and to make a difference. So apply for these spaces if you feel the call. I can't wait to welcome you and serve you and be in the training room with you in New Earth Elite. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Go out there, be the change, be the light, be the real you. Make a stranger smile. You have no idea what people are going through. You can be the reason they believe in life again, literally today. And I will see you next time on A Better World with Adrienne.